So maintenance is finally completed for update 1.15. It seems they had a bunch of issues and their maintenance just got extended to more than double their approximate time. However, this update does come with a lot of new things, like an entire new battle pass, a bunch of new shop sales, which many of you are pretty excited for this new skin. We even have a new Valentines event with our free login rewards for 14 days. And of course, it's a new week. We have our weekly rewards, dimensional trials swapped over, and a new secret dungeon. So let's get into all the details. First of all, be sure to check your mail. We have compensation for the extended downtime. The first one with 500 ornate coins and the second with 1,000. So yeah, we got an absolute ton this time around. But hopefully this maintenance didn't screw you over like I think it nearly did me. I have some training due with only a few hours left. Now I was only really doing this to test it out, as this update brings a buff that's going to last us 2 weeks that is really substantial. We're going to have 20% more Solent gain, 50% more mastery gain, and 50% more from training due. And we can see what they've actually done is just increase the amount you would actually gain. So doing these contracts normally gives you 4, now you'll get 6. So yes, go right ahead, get that training due and use it up and try and get those mastery levels boosted. If we have a look at our buffs here, you can see we have that Solent gain, mastery gain, and well, the training due doesn't specify, but we can confirm at least contracts are giving that 50% more. But let's jump to the actual Valentine event and what you actually want to be doing with it. You're going to go here to the check-in and you're going to claim these. And you're going to wonder, what am I supposed to do with this jelly bait? And well, it's just that. It's bait. You're going to use it when you go fishing. But the objective here is to obtain these cacao. And then you will go to a cooking station. And we have new event recipes. We have cacao chocolate at 30%, 50%, and 99%. The one at 30% is huge. Absolutely get this and use it when you're going to go farming, when you're going to kill your mobs, consuming those abyss contract tokens in those open world dungeons. Because again, this is giving 50% Solent and 50% mastery XP bonus. Usually you gotta choose between golden apple pie, which is 50%, or bird's egg, which is 50%. And this gives it to both, along with the abyss contract token efficiency. So all you need is some milk. That's super simple to get. Any sundry merchant will sell you a whole load, buy like 100 here, and now you're wondering how to get the cacao. Now you can see we will get some through the check-in rewards, and not a small amount either, like 20, 40, but you don't have to wait around for that. Easiest thing is Amatoy expeditions. When I complete this expedition, which took 8 hours, we can see we obtain 8 cacao. So this is a source. For every single hour, you're going to obtain another. In total, these are the activities you can do and how much cacao you'll gain. So you go fishing, you receive 1 at every successful fish you catch with the jelly bait. You can do expeditions, again 1 for every hour, and you can do your mystic keys. For every globe you get 1, and for every portal you get 1. And that's it. Do your expeditions, get the cacao, purchase some milk from the vendor, and then craft the food you want. And all of these last 30 minutes. Just be aware this is event food, so it's limited time. I'll craft a bunch here and we can check it in our inventory, and it has a 20-day timer. So that's the date we actually get to Laundry. You can't save it for then, you may as well use it beforehand. Again, combine it with the whopping 50% passive mastery bonus we already gain, and you'll get double the amount of mastery while using those abyss tokens. And of course, also get your battle pass mastery reports and throw that on top for another 30% as well, along with 30% Solent with the abundance fruit. We can quickly check in terms of stacking. So we have like golden apple pie. We have the buff right there. And now if we use the new event food, the 30% cacao, we can see that just replaces it. They will not stack, but it will stack with the other 50%, and 20% bonuses we have for the 2 weeks. However, that's not all you can do with cacao. You can actually find event merchants spread across 3 different towns. One of them is in Vienta Village right here. And this guy will sell you the title, Secret Admirer, and Quality Stellarite, all for that cacao. But if you go to Castleton, the event merchant will be slightly different, and now will sell you the title with Hopeless Romantic and a pose for Candy Please, with then also the Stellarite. Now it actually looks like we didn't get the third one. I assume because that's the area in Talandre, and we should be able to get like Whispering Love title from them. But perhaps it's wandering around or hiding somewhere. You can let us know in the comments if you do find it. But let's jump to the new battle pass. We have the Ember Star. Again, you can pay 500 Lucent and get the premium pass, and that will unlock you this new morph, another cute bunny. Keep in mind it's not a must-have, it's mainly for the cosmetics, with just 3 growth points. You get a bunch of useful items here, including some runes, more training due, and then the unique one here is a pose, just a crouch. More useful items here until we get to the new Amatoy, this little guy. Again, not an important one to obtain, as he's just going to give a bonus in the desert region. He's not going to add to your pulse energy, and yes, he'll add to your mount effects, but you should pretty much have that at 25 by now. But then the final capstone reward of this battle pass is the new weapons. You're going to get a selection chest here where you can choose 2 of them, but jumping into the Ember Star shop, you can also purchase them all here for 600 of those stars. So yeah, you could technically try and go for all of them if you wanted to, but spending those stars on other rewards is very tempting. They seem to have added like poultry here and moved the skill conversion books down here. And now we can still buy the contract tokens, dimensional contract tokens, abyss contract tokens, all of which I would save for Talandre to use them then when we can potentially get like tier 2 gear within 2-star dungeons. And then we have 3 new abyss dungeons which we can also farm tier 2 gear, where this will come in very handy. The rune chests actually pretty useful here now, as you will get a stack of 50. Again, the battle pass does come with those cool new skins, completely new here. We can quickly have a look at them, like that's the great sword. This is the sword and shield, your staff, your daggers, your crossbow, your longbow, the book and wand, and finally the spear. Overall, pretty good battle pass. I would recommend trying to farm the Lucent to be able to purchase it, and you do have like 28 days. A bit of a shorter battle pass this time around. But jumping to the shop, we have that new Crimson Eclipse bundle to fit with, say, Valentines, but basically a succubi and a succubus. This is the full outfit here on a male character. If you don't like the wings, you can completely remove them and you end up with the outfit looking like so, which is actually pretty neat. But then jumping to the female character, you can see how that looks here. And yeah, very sexy. You can even remove the decoration, which, yeah. I sure know a lot of guys who will definitely go ahead and buy this for what it is. In this bundle, you do also get an Amatoy, this little guy, just a bonus within the ruins, and again, does not add to Aethel's power synergy, not an important one to obtain, but just something extra with the bundle, along with a pose, cat ears. Because yeah, you do get, as part of this outfit, these like tiefling horns, as it were. So you can show them off with that new pose. Other than that, we do have the return of the fortunate weapons if you wanted to pick those up, particularly for the spear if you missed it, and 2 new Amatoys. The Spartan Ozic guy, just a bonus within the ruins as well, and this Gentleman Shakun with also a bonus now in the desert region. And yeah, that's it for the shop update. Also be aware they have added the ability to spend those resistant metals to purchase your polished crystals, and I do recommend getting the 5 packs per week. You can get 25 extra polished crystals. It'll help a bit, and honestly, probably the best thing to spend those resistant metals on. And then it's the training due, and you get 50,000 with a weekly limit of 10. Again, I would max that out and I would go for it. Just it costs a lot of solent. I will do that right now. Let's see how much we actually obtain. That's 10 times 50,000 points. That's not that bad, actually. It is weekly reset. Be sure to go ahead, get your Taydale Tower contracts and your open world dungeon ones, and I do recommend doing those Taydale Towers. You're now going to get 50% more training due versus what you would before. And this effect only lasts until February the 27th, when server consolidation occurs, the final phase where we're all forced into these new servers. So be aware which one you're in and where you're going to end up. And we do have the opportunity to get a free server transfer. And yeah, you can switch to any of the servers. That is on your region. We're still region locked. Europe's Europe, America's America, etc. And then also every day go to your check-in here and just get those free login rewards. Like today, 25 accessory growth stones. It's actually pretty nice. The next day will be 10 skill growth books, and you can see the rest of them here. Be sure to check your weekly missions. Again, my runes are still on their way to getting to 60. I'm around like 50, 60 on most of them, and so I will just be taking the extra 150 runes here rather than these 15 unlock stones. And make sure you just go ahead and do the Gate of Infinities. I waited on this one because the achievement reward is now also giving 50% more training due. And we will get another secret dungeon, another Gate of Infinity during this week. And as just another reminder, trials this current season ends in 2 weeks. Try and at least get the Dash Morph at 40,000 points. You only have this rotation, then the next with Valley and Carmine, and that's it. Nothing beyond. We'll be waiting for season 2. Oh, and do be aware items can stack to 10,000 in your inventory. You just gotta move them. Let's say you have a stack of 1,000 in your bank, you gotta move it out of your bank and move it back into the bank, and then it will stack with the other ones that are also at 1,000. And also your food contracts seem to be broken again as well. So that's it for now. Thanks all for watching. Have a happy Valentine's, and we'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.